Hallo en welkom bij Portrait of the Stained Princess. Dit is momenteel de laatste van de series. Ik geloof dat het een beetje zoals Dorian Gray gaat zijn. Aangezien dat over portretten gaat, denk ik dat de mythe van Dorian Gray wordt aangehaald. Wie heeft een refresher nodig? Luister maar even. Dus, we hebben Dorian Gray. Ja, sorry. We hebben Dorian Gray die in zijn jeugd een portret laat maken van zichzelf. En maar hij is ook een jonge aristocraat die een veel partyt en doet. En het valt zich op dat zijn vrienden ouder en ouder worden. Maar hij blijft nog altijd even jong. En dan ziet hij zijn portret. De dingen die van hem moesten gebeuren, werden op dat portret geportreerd. Dus hij bleef stilstaan zoals het portret, terwijl het portret ouder werd. En zo is hij immortal geworden. En op een gegeven moment, maar dat is via de films die ik allemaal heb gezien en andere verhalen. Op een gegeven moment heeft er iemand het portret vernietigd. En alles wat op het portret gebeurde voor Dorian in één keer. Eigenlijk zoals Mother Gothel in Tangled. Stof. Maar dat is het verhaal van Dorian Gray. Dus dit kan ook het geval zijn. Maar dan met een meisje. Maar we gaan wel zien. En we gaan er meteen aan beginnen. Hier is Portrait of the Stained Princess.
Welcome to Spain, Detective. Your task is to locate a missing man. About a month ago, 2 art apprentices snuck into some old castle ruins. Only one of them has returned, and he's still shaken up from it. They discovered the legendary painting, Princess with a Duckling, hidden in the castle ruins. Suddenly, the princess stepped out from the portrait, capturing the missing apprentice. Since then, strange things have been reported around the castle. Specifically, traces of spilled paint were found to have been spreading from the ruins to the surrounding area. Other people, and even animals, have gone missing as well. One witness even saw a lady wandering around with a duckling in her arms. He described her as a phantom made of paint. According to our resources, the painting Princess with a Duckling is cursed. It was modeled after the princess of a lost kingdom, Cisneros, who went missing 300 years ago. This wandering lady may be the missing princess. Either way, she is a key suspect in this mysterious case. Good luck, detective.
Oké, ik heb dus even niet meegekeken, omdat ik nog iets in orde ontbrengen was. Chapter 1. Dus ik weet ook niet goed wat er gebeurd is. Maar het zal wel in orde komen.
Are you hurt? I didn't mean to frighten your horse, but I'm afraid I'm at the end of my wits here. I'm Benno, the one who called you. A couple of weeks ago, I snuck into this castle with my friend Siegfried, but I'm the only one that returned. I still get the chills when I recall that day. The princess in that cursed portrait simply stepped out of the painting and took my friend. She looked quite horrible, and shortly after that, the blood moon appeared. Everyone knows what a bad omen that is. Please, you must help me find him. Siegfried found a secret entrance hidden beneath an old tree, but now it's covered in roots. I hope you can figure it out. Wait, here, you dropped your bag when I frightened your horse.
Ik heb zelfs mijn dingen nog niet eens kunnen maken. De goed kunnen beluisteren aan...
Siegfried was certain her cursed portrait was hidden in the ruins. We're both art apprentices, so he asked me to accompany him to find it.
Oké. The Kingdom of Light. Ik hoop één ding, dat we alle parabels kunnen terugvinden. Want dat is niet leuk. Vorige keer. Dat is toch raar. Princess with a Duckling, a 300-year-old painting with a dark past, shadow of the cursed canvas, sweeping from the portraits, sightings of a strange duckling. Ik had daar juist ergens in gevonden. Op de kaart, op de kaart, op de kaart. wil zeker zijn.
Siegfried was certain her curse.
Kan ik eens geen hartje zien? Nee. Ik geloof ik moet hier ergens iets doen. Ah, wacht. Ik weet wat ik moet doen. Ik ga de eerste proberen zonder fouten te maken. Shit. Nee. Dat was nu werkelijk omdat dat telkens toch voorkwam. Allee. Ja. Dat vind ik nu wel jammer. Ik had bijna. Nee. Nee. Ik snap het niet.
You made it! Oh, yes, here. This is something Sig dropped. Perhaps it holds some important clues. If you do find the cursed painting, it should lead you to Siegfried. As for me, I dare not go inside again. Be careful, detective. If you do find the cursed... If you do find...
Pak ik? Ik wil volgen. Ah, ik ga nog niet volgen. Ja, hier heb je de dingen weer. We gaan volgen. Op zijn eigen deurtje. The princess walks out under the moonlight. Her face gleams with anguish and regret. She must find the water of life before the blood moon rises. Oh, what is he talking about? Natuurlijk. Blijkbaar niet. Nee. De kroon nodig. water of life, a legendary elixir that can cure illnesses and curses. Ah nee, golden. Ik had niet de goede gelezen. Niet meer. Oké. En zonder fouten. Nee. First night zu dreigen. Wacht. Ik zeg het just steken. Fast travel. Love it. Weg. Bankrupt? Ha. dat gemakkelijk met je auto kan doen. The princess was trapped in the ruined portrait by the dark prince. Beautiful princess, horrifying princess, don't lift the curtain, the painting comes alive in the moonlight. Scissors. Ik dacht the world's smallest violin. Wat? Ik had er nog niet eens door dat het half uncovered was. Zo ertoe. Dat is die een raaf die eens heeft aangeraakt. En daar kan ik niets mee doen. Al die muisjes. Flauw dat het nog maar goed. Al die muisjes. Nee. Waar? Waar heb ik dit gezien? Ik ben dom. One of the remaining items that belong to might help me in my pursuit one day. En terwijl deze ontladen is, ga ik even mijn vuilnis rap naar beneden doen. Duurt 5 minuten. Sorry. Nee, weet je wat? Jelle krijgt van mij het bier uit het bekscherm. Tot zometeen. Oké, ik ben terug. Ik heb ook in één keer mijn vitamine nog bijgepakt. Zo. Gaan we. Niks speciaal. Armor and a legendary sword of life that belonged to the most honorable of the king's guards, the Swan Knight. A traitor who tried to destroy the princess' portrait. Niks voor te lezen. Goed opgegooid. Er zijn 2 kingdoms die naast elkaar liggen. Zo. Ja, dat is ook vermoeden. Strange wagon which has never seen before arrived the night. Could they be ambassadors from another country? But father ignored them. I secretly approached the wagon so I could take a peek inside. I saw many beautiful gadgets, plus boys sitting inside. He didn't notice me staring at him. I heard people say that they had come to look for the cure called the water of life. Sleutel. Chapter 3 al. The princess is now able to talk after I mend her face and discover she's not terrifying at all. The king's lie brought the curse. Maakt niet uit. Ik heb er eentje. Vol ogen zijn. Ik zag het niet met dat al wazig was. Niet complete. Voor de rest is er niks veranderd. Nou, nu is een beide open. Vraag is van de kino. Nee, moet ik niks doen. Kiezen. There's no time left. If I don't remove my curse before the blood moon rises over the islet rock, all will be lost. Prince Fisher. Trying to strike me waking by his beautiful fiddle, Princess Fionnuala became infatuated with this mysterious, vulnerable boy. Children became inseparable, their friendship slowly blossoming into love. It made the prince even more eager to find a cure, so he continued his search. He left the princess with a promise of his return as faithful duckling in the place of his heart. Yes, nearer. And came to ask for the sun's hand. Not even the arrow, the realm of darkness against it is figured, corroborating the lie with the forged portrait. On the internet again, disguised as a traveling when in school, the deceit he was so hurt his love was cast aside that he banished the princess into a distorted portrait until she found the water of life. Nou. Het begint een demon te worden. The day the prince was cursed by betraying her promise. Seems familiar. Ik kan... We hebben hem toch nog niet tegengekomen. Voor mij is hem nu wel familiar, omdat de Steam deze foto als dingen staat. Als screensaver. Nee, niet screensaver. Alleen omdat. Nee, ik kan niet aan. Een grapje doen. Tower key. Wat is dan? Cutscene tijd. Bijna cutscene tijd. Huh. Ah ja. I see the princess gaze upon the Isles rock with a mournful sign. Blood moon is on the rise. She knows she wishes she could leave the canvas one more time. Zo precies distorted nu. Dit ga ik me kort. Dit is nog makkelijk. Doenbaar. Aleda, the amazing duckling. Farewell, princess, I leave Aleda with you. She will be your companion. It will be as if I'm still with you. I will find the water of life, no matter what hardship I must suffer through. We meet again.
Thank you, detective. I can barely gather the strength to talk. By now, it must be clear to you how dire my situation is. I know there's so much to explain right now, but please, you must bring me to the castle keep. There's something there I must show you.
Sure. Maar eerst. Sorry.
I'm so grateful for your kindness, both for repairing my portrait and listening to my words. However, I'm afraid we're running out of time, so I can't explain everything right now. You've already seen the blood moon. If it rises above the islet rock before I manage to find the water of life, the world as we know it will cease to exist. You see, the eternal darkness shall devour everything. I'm so close to finding the solution. I just need you to take my place.
Ik heb één vraag. Welke manier? Animal seen as knight swore to dedicate his life and lives of his skin to help. Nee, mijn vraag was. Op welke manier? Ik in het portret ga rondlopen of ik zoek en jij in het portret? Water of life can aid those suffering from wasting diseases or other worldly maladies like enchantments and curses. We zijn een uur bezig. fire ends the curse. The princess would perish in flames, but the world would be saved. Our sister's vow binds us. We replace the princess in the painting, but could there be another way to end the curse? Is it time for a duty to end? Oh, ik toch weet welke kleuren dat er moeten gebeuren. What a cruel curse. We need volunteers to take the princess' place in the canvas so she can stay outside longer. She needs more time to find a way to end her curse. Though she can capture and turn living beings into paintings, it's not effective if the subject did not consent to the sacrifice and gives her less time. Dus ze wou dat ik in de painting ging. Gelukkig heeft hij mij gestompt. Ik zie toch nog iets lang. Een beetje vooruit laten gaan. The people who turned into paintings are still alive. Couldn't return them to life if the princess succeed in breaking her curse. If she failed this time, she will need to find another person from our house to replace her in the canvas. She must be the one to find the water of life. This is fate of a Swan Knight. This is our pet. We all hope that the princess' curse can be broken quickly. Yo.
Greetings, stranger. What you see before you is another unfortunate consequence of the princess's curse. It took so many lives, yet it remains unbroken. Surely, someone can end this cruelty.
And we're gonna follow the ghost. Oh, where the duckling is not what it appears to be. Ik denk dat ik weet wat het is. Don't try to harm the prince's portrait, or the curse will come for you too. Take my grandson and the page boy and get out of here. I will sneak into the castle to try and destroy the portrait. If I succeed, I will come and join you. If I fail, leave behind a family name, start a new life. This is the fate of the mean. May the curse come to an end in my generation. Ga weg. He betrayed the vow of the ancestor but saved his family. Waarom moet hij er doorzichtig iets? The eighth von King, the traitor, was executed. He was forced to become a replacement of the princess in her portrait. After all these years, the princess still hasn't found the water of life. Perhaps I should end the curse at its source and burn the portrait. If I do this, I will be forever marked as a traitor. If I do it, even if it means being disowned as a knight, my family has sacrificed enough. By royal decree, the house and property of Swan Knight has been seized as punishment for the knight's betrayal. His ancestors who stepped into the painting for the princess will never know peace. Their daughters will be left to rot, their souls never to be granted release through burial or burning.
Stranger, please help me find peace. I tried to end the princess's curse, but only ended up a victim myself. I'm doomed to haunt these halls forever.
Kijk, het lag op de grond. It was an ominous moonlit night in Serras. When the Swan Knight finally decided to follow his conscience. Alone at the river bank, he stoked the fire until it burned angrily into the night. Hallo? Jammer. Vandaar kwam het. Ik zal proberen het nog te doen. Als ik kan denken. Dat hebben we nog eens gedaan met een ander.
Thank you for your help, stranger. I can finally reunite with my family. You might be the one who will finally end the princess's curse. Not a moment too soon either. It wasn't meant to last forever. If the princess does not find the cure, her curse will devour the world.
Chapter 6 van de 10 geloof ik. Dat weet ik ook nog liggen. People are afraid of us. The visitors who come from Estadia are not welcome in the stand, for we are from a country connected with darkness, nightmares, and the other world. Only one girl was brave enough to approach me. Later I found out she was princess of this realm. As the red moon climbs higher, if you still cannot remember your promises, I will take down this beautiful world that we saw together. The world is no longer beautiful without you. Ik weet nog niet wat ik aan het zoeken ben. Oké, nu gaan we zien wat ik nog onthoud ik het niet echt. Nog één dingetje en dan gaan we de hint gebruiken. Wel. Ik ga het pak sneller, mijn hint. Nice. Ah! Je suis dom. Kijk, het ging gewoon omhoog. Het lijkt even op een spie. Van de top verschenen. Ja, de hints gaan wel heel snel vooruit nu. We meet at dawn, we play in twilight, yet dawn sun shines beautiful. For me no light shines so brightly as you smile. Ik zit nog maar in de helft van de parabolas. The blood moon glimmers even higher. It's almost time. don't talk about Bruno, no, no, no. The master has spent the remainder of his wealth to get here. It is evident that it's the only way. There is no post office here, so I have no idea when this letter will reach you. She will remember what she said to me. She will find the water of life, just as I found it, so I can see her again. Those fools couldn't harm the princess portrait, and they deserve to die. Deze doet me eerlijk gezegd denken aan Sebastian van Black Butler. The prince of Istida proposed to the princess. The king didn't want to marry him to marry her. Who would give their daughter to a prince of the realm of darkness? Hier is niks veranderd. We hebben nog 4. Nog 8 te gaan. Zijn er Ja, ik dacht dat we het hadden. Jammer. No harm will come to you. I will guard you until you recall your lost childhood memories and promise you made to me. En daar ligt het onder.
Don't try to stop me. I must do this to help my master end a century-old injustice. You did what you could, but if you really want to help me, end this curse.
Ah, ze zal hem herkennen als dat jongetje dat een viool spelen is in het andere portret. Zo zal ze hem herkennen. Allee, zal ze denken van die is similar. Ja, ik weet nu wel dat dat die is. Logisch. Zit er geen vreemde op? Weet je dat? Dat had ik helemaal niet gezien. Deze kan ik ook niet zien. Gelukkig is hij begint zo snel. Dat is tellen.
I'm glad you're all right, Detective. That was quite a fall. I found a replacement, but my time is running out. We must get to Islet Rock. That's where the solution to the curse lies. Please stay back. Do not intervene. We must do this on our own.
Leave the princess alone if you want to save Siegfried and Benno, or I'll make sure you won't get in our way.
To end the princess curse was our family's duty. That's what I've heard since I was young. When I'm investigating our family's history, I found my ancestor was supposed to guard the princess. What should I do? Probably shouldn't have involved Benno in all this. It's still a secret. Okay. Waarom zou je dan nodig hebben als je een fast travel hebt? Oh. Ik snap het niet. Ah, dat is een zoekpunt. Ik dacht van, wat moet ik nu doen juist met deze minigame? En ik kijk naar beneden. Naar tangje richting. The Dark Prince came because of a promise made to him to see a princess who was said to have become ugly. He didn't mind, for he loved the princess' heart more than anything. But the princess was just as beautiful as she was in the past. He was angry. He thought he was being fooled. He was impatient. He didn't give her a chance to explain. He was heartless, for he had given his heart to the princess. Dat is nooit te doen. Voor had ik dat nodig? Ik heb geen flauw idee. Wat moet ik deze? To access the location of those mother of life, a magical bird and a flower of eternal beauty must be found. Paard nodig. The diddle of sacred drops flow into the bloom, sealed and rugged beneath what has salted snow and water of life. The diddle of swan night is conferred upon the guardian of Cyaneos. Die nooit doen. Ah, wacht, ik weet wat. Black swans were the order founded by the Prince of Cyaneos, who married the Queen of the Dark Fairies. Black swans are cool and heartless, talented in magic. Royal members keep a spirit animal which grows ferocious with age. Soon, the animal no longer remembers being swans, they turn into fierce, monstrous birds. Die een duck kan een ferocious beest worden. Ik was deze al helemaal vergeten. Twilight's too weak to light my world. I used to dream of being devoured by the darkness. For a long time I didn't even want to be cured. But when I went Fionella and decided I want to always be able to see her love. Oké, nog 3. Zo'n kleine dingetje dan. Come, little one, you stay with me right now.
So you figured our plan out? I know I must seem monstrous, imprisoning people on canvas. But I needed the water of life. Tonight's my last chance to break the curse.
I came to reclaim the honor of my ancestors. I was faced with a choice. Burn the portrait, or help the princess. I chose to help her. I'm sorry I put your life at risk, but I couldn't allow you to meddle.
We wondered why Alita refused to get in the boat. She knew that we needed to raise the road to the islet to reach the water of life. We still need Alita to claim it, however. Please, would you get her for me?
Ja, is goed. En dan zo tegen mensen ik zeggen, ze zijn nu weer al kwijt. Waarom hebben ze niet door dat ik u vast heb? Slecht met. Oké, goed zo. zag het juist wanneer het naar hem toe ging. Nee, niet gezien. Het is wel lelijk. I wish I could keep it though. Honestly, yes.
Thank you, Detective. Now I can finally dispel the curse.
I knew you could do it. I have been waiting for you for so long.
Let me go.
You still don't remember me? I am Fiacre of the end of the world. The Prince of Astadia. You'll never keep your promise unless the world is shrouded in eternal darkness. There is no other way.
Maar dat was toch... Ik dacht dat ik daar een spiegel zag liggen zoals ik in mijn inventory heb. Die nog een stuk moest gerepareerd worden. 16 medical pendant. Het is echt allemaal puur geluk. You told me that you cannot come out into the light, so let me tell you how the world looks in daytime. You told me that you no longer be able to see even in twilight. Please go find your cure, and if the light disappears from your world, I will chase away the darkness. What good is for my eyes to be cured if you have forgotten your promise? I prefer staying in darkness forever. Geen verandering. You want light into my world of darkness before perhaps if the world becomes completely dark, you will remember your promise. Nog eentje. Aleda was always said to be the smallest and weakest among the guardians. Magical guardians keep a blue blood's heart. Every royal family member has their own magical bird. Aleda has my heart. Fionella will keep Aleda well. I don't want to grow up to be like most of my family, with a ferocious guardian and an ugly heart. It grows darker every day. I can no longer see your smile clearly, even if you sit right next to me under the moonlight. Night is not complete darkness. There are shimmers shining from the flowers and the stars. Soon I won't be able to see any of this. I will be trapped in complete darkness, all alone forever. I'm superfluous, the youngest and weakest one in my family. My royal family members are supposed to be cruel and heartless.
The Dark Prince overpowered me. There's an ancient weapon of the Swan Knights, the Sword of Light. If I'd had that, I could have stood up to him.
Nee. Ik weiger. Nee, waarom moet jij dat zoeken? Nee. Je moet helpen om de prinses aan haar herinnering te doen denken. Dat is wat je moet doen. Je moet geen stomme dingen zoeken. Oké, ik denk dat ik alle knopjes nu heb. Oké, eens zien. Ah, het is zonder knop. Met narrator. Ja, en dan deze laatste stukje dat daar nog komt. Maintenant. Du Fiacha, promise you won't cry. You're saying that you like my smile, so do I. Promise you will find a cure for your eyes. I care for you, no matter how much you've changed when you grow up. If you can't see the darkness, I'll stay in the darkness. Oh, yeah.
Yes, with this sword we'll stand a chance against the Dark Prince. Come on, there's no time to waste.
Fiacra, stop! The man I knew was nothing like this. What good would it do you to chain the world in darkness?
Detective! Distract him so I can overpower him! It's finally over. You broke the princess's curse. She will need time to recover, but I'll take care of her. Thank you, Detective.
Nice. Dus dat was het voor The Portrait of Stained Princess. We hebben ook nog de bonus game. En die gaan we zo meteen spelen. Ik wil zojuist de bovenbuur terugkomen en ik herinner me dat ik nog iets moet doen. Dus ik ga dat nog doen terwijl deze toch aan het aflopen is. En dan ben ik zo meteen bij jullie terug. Tot zo! Okay. The king's name's taboo. Dit is onze bonus game. Geen flauw idee wat het over gaat. Waarschijnlijk over de koning. Die haar vervloekt heeft. We decide to stay here until the princess recovered and this old place feels much cozier.
It's getting late, Benno. Princess Fionuala and the Black Swan should be back from their walk, but I searched along the shore and found no sign of them.
Ah, ik ben deze keer Benno. Oké. Kind of darkness, dream, and death. Please lead spirits to the final resting place. Wacht. Oké. Dus nu moet ik ook nog verhalen zoeken. Oh, ik kan werkelijk. Pak dat gewoon met je hand eruit. Zo moeilijk is dat toch niet? The king cursed the knight's family for their betrayal. The descendants of the small king shall never be able to reclaim their name. Oké, ik snap het, ik snap hem. Wat we gaan oplossen is de familienaam van de Swan Knights. Overal zijn die uitgekribbeld geweest. Dat is me zelfs nog niet eens goed doorgedrongen dat dat overal uitgekribbeld was. Ik dacht dat het gewoon ging over de trader. Maar blijkbaar is iedereen ervoor ook nog eens. Toen wel denk ik mag niet vergeten om dat minigame te gaan spelen, te doen. Dat ik niet eerst kan pakken. Geen idee. Hé, kijk, een verborgen deur.
We're so close to learning your family name. The key to your true identity is in this box.
king has ordered that our family name be erased from history. All traces of their bloodline are to be destroyed. I have secretly saved one last record of our name and kept it safe in a box protected with talismans. Oh, God.
Tell me your name.
My name is Lohengrin.
As legend has it, it's forbidden for a Swan Knight descendant to speak their name. I don't know what happened to Siegfried, Benno, but why complain? Your master is gone, so you're free to do whatever you wish.
It will be sealed in portrait of the swamp. Okay. How do we make a box? Nee, dus er is ook iets met prinses. Vraag was de prinses natuurlijk. We zetten een beetje door. Ja. Raakt.
Thank you for saving me, Ben. I hoped the risk of being sealed in one of those portraits was safely in the past. It never occurred to me that speaking my family name would awaken the curse within me. But what's important now is to find the princess. Where is she? The Black Swan wasn't with her, so I suspect she's an imposter, and the real princess is trapped somewhere. We must find her. The real princess would never lure me into danger like that. What did you do to her, you fiend?
You broke the curse. Your servant is smarter than I expected. You're not the one I need anyway. I have the real princess, and you'll never find her.
dat zijn nog twee. Nee. Alle paraat is. Ah, wacht. Oh. Weet je het geval?
Siegfried brought the princess to the shore, holding her gently in his arms as she slowly opened her eyes. She said she met a man who told her to come with him, and he would give her a clue to Swan Knight's forgotten family name. Then the princess asked Siegfried what his name was, and he hesitated, unsure if he could still be cursed. She laid her finger on Siegfried's lips. She didn't want him to say anything. Knowing the answer wasn't worth losing him again.
Oké, dus dat is nu een koppel geworden. Allereerst bezoek. Speelst. An ominous night in ominous moonlit night in Seance. When the finally decide to follow his conscience. Stoke the fire. Set the burnt painting. Would it see if Raven had not heard the king's guard? Eerst en vooral reporteren. Let's go. The ugly duckling. Once there was a prince of darkness with a duckling for a companion. The prince was too young to understand where the duckling came from. It was natural for him to be with his duckling wherever he went. They have always been together since the day they were born. In the prince's homes there were other ferocious birds that belonged to the prince's brother. The other birds perceived the little duckling as weak, and she suffered verbal and physical abuse from them. Every time the prince tried to protect the duckling, his brothers teased him mercilessly. How pathetic! A weak master with a weak heart deserves a weak guardian. Better hide yourself in darkness. You both disgraced us. Both the prince and the duckling led a mournful existence. But one day the prince found out he was sick. He set off in the world to find a cure for his illness. Soon he found himself in a beautiful kingdom filled with light and was delighted with everything he saw. Even when he was inside his wagon, he could feel the atmosphere outside was joyful. Though he wanted to join the people outside, he could not, for the light burned him. People were always afraid of him. One day, as the dawn arrived, the prince left his wagon with his duckling. He could not bear a life of solitude any longer. He yearned for the light, even though the light rejected him. Even the shimmers of light at night did not accept him. He played sorrowful music with his fiddle. Finally, deciding to himself at the sunlight, he thought that even if the light burned him, anything would be better than to live a life of ugliness and darkness. A princess who was of similar age approached the prince. She said, "You play such wonderful music, and your duckling is so beautiful. Would you like to play with me?" The water of life. The laughter of the little princess shed light on the darkness in the prince's heart. He had found his light at last. On the day the prince departed, he gave his duckling to the princess as a promise that they would meet again. The fairies noticed the girls and asked where she was going. She answered she was looking for a cure for her father. The fairies were happy that the girl answered them. They had tried to greet two men who passed by before, but were ignored by one and scolded by the other. The girl asked where she could obtain the water of life, the elixir that could cure all kinds of sickness and curses. It was mentioned in the fairy's song. The fairies told her the location of the water of light and how to get there. She needed a magical bird and a flower of eternal beauty to gain access to the secret place. The daughter faithfully followed the fairy's instructions and found the magical bird and the flower of eternal beauty. Finally, she reached the side of the water of life. She was about to get some water to bring back to her father when the magical bird, which was a speaking swan, spoke to her. He told her the fairies had acted out of malice, and their intention left out the most important part about the water of life. It must be obtained by the one who seeks to be cured. The girl did not give up hope. She immediately went back home and brought her father to the side of water of life. The old man was cured. Suddenly a prince appeared, holding the flower of eternal beauty. He proposed to the girl, revealing he had been cursed to be a magical swan. He thanked the girl for bringing him to the water of life so his curse could be cured. He was touched by her persistence in saving her father. The prince and the girl got married. The kingdom they built was given a swan emblem to celebrate their love forever. Not long after that, the girl's brothers came back home. They had been tricked by the fairies and lost themselves. Everybody lived happily after. The Ugly Princess. Once upon a time there was a king who had a daughter. The little girl grew up to be delightfully charming. She became a graceful and attractive princess. One day messengers came from her kingdoms of darkness, asking for the princess' hand in marriage for their prince. This kingdom of darkness was not well known. Legend said it was a dominion at the end of the known world, connecting to the worlds of dreams and death. It's a mysterious realm that cannot be found by outsiders. Who would be willing to marry off his daughter to the prince of such a place? But the king feared if he rejected the marriage proposal, it might offend this terrible kingdom. The king thought that the prince had only proposed to the princess because of her beauty. So the king came up with a plan. He asked a painter to draw a portrait of the princess, but to deface it with blotches of paint. The king sent a messenger back with the ruined painting, with a message saying that the princess's face was disfigured in an accident, making her ugly. However, the prince loved the heart of the princess more than anything. The prince still remembered the princess who had brought light into his dark world when he was young. He still wanted to marry her. The prince pretended to be a blind fiddler, and came before the king and princess, wishing to propose. When he saw the prince knew he had been tricked. Though the princess did not know about the trick, she did not remember the prince or her promise to him. The princess took out the ruined portrait he got from the king. He cursed the princess and sealed her in the ugly portrait for her betrayal. The princess was trapped in the ruined portrait. For her, the passage of time stopped. She could only come to life under the light of the moon. Whatever paint stains got on her, they never faded. just like the king had said, the princess became disfigured and ugly. White swan, black swan. Long ago there were two princes in the White Swan's kingdom. The older prince was gentle, brave, and skilled in fighting, but merciful to those who offended them. The younger prince was naughty, ruthless, intolerant, and treated everyone and everybody horribly. Their parents were disappointed that their younger son was not as brilliant as his brother. As he grew older, he embarked his dark side even more. The younger prince was such a nightmare to deal with that no one could love him. His existence became a stain on the royal family. He mockingly called himself the Black Swan. One day the Dark Prince vanished. No one cared about his disappearance, as he wasn't the next in line to inherit the throne. In fact, the prince was soon forgotten by everyone, like a bad memory. Rumors said he was either dead or had been kidnapped by demons. Several years later, a procession came at midnight, bearing the flag with the Black Swan emblem. The younger prince was leading the procession. Beside him were a beautiful lady and a ferocious monster bird. People said the lady whom the young prince married was a fairy. He must have become the king of a kingdom in another world. One person even claimed that he had come into contact with the people in the procession. The people in the procession were either souls of living people lost in dreams or souls of those who had died but did not realize it yet. Rumors spread fast. People believed in the existence of the kingdom of the Black Swan, but they did not know where it was. It is said that the Black Swan was a cadet branch of the White Swan. While the White Swan ruled the world under the light, the Black Swan dominated the world of darkness. While the Black Swan was never officially recorded in history, many people still believed in legends about it. The clan without hearts. At the edge of the world, in a place no one can find, there lived a clan whose people had no hearts in their body. Their hearts were protected by their guardian birds, who came into the world along with them. A master and its guardian bird always grew together. A guardian's bird's appearance was dependent on the master's heart. A pure and innocent heart led to a graceful bird, while a violent heart resulted in a ferocious bird. As long as the guardian bird lived, the master could not die, no matter how much the master's body was injured. Because of their invulnerability and power, most masters became pugnant and cruel. Because of that, their guardian birds also grew to be monster-like creatures, and everyone forgot what the birds originally looked like. If a master was separated from either their guardian bird or their heart for too long, they would become heartless, though they would not die. According to the legend, the ancestor of this clan was a human prince. The prince had fallen in love with the queen of the dark fairies. The queen separated the prince's heart from his body, which turned into a magical black swan. The black swan was kept in the hands of the queen. As long as the queen protected the black swan, she could keep her human prince with her, extending his life beyond his normal human years. Moreover, the prince's heart would always be hers. Oké. Dus. Eerlijk gezegd is onze Sebastian, we gaan hem zo noemen, want ik weet de naam zelfs niet meer. Die is nog in leven. Die is van die dingen gevallen, maar zolang zijn zwaan nog leeft, leeft hij ook nog. Dus, oftewel gaan we hem terug zien komen. Maar ja, er zijn nog geen nieuw spel. Er is sinds 2016 nog geen nieuw spellen van de Dark Parables aangekondigd. Dus ik betwijfel het of we dat nog gaan krijgen. Eerst terug hydrateren, want ze moeten toch de storyteller terugbrengen, zo. Maar ik vind wel altijd goed dat die parabels erbij zijn. The Swan Knight. Long ago, one knight was given the title of the Swan Knight. It was the highest honor bestowed on the knights of the kingdom. The Swan Knight swore an oath to break the curse cast on his princess by any means necessary. He staked his honor, his life, and even his family and descendants on this oath. The princess was cursed and sealed in a portrait. Her time was stopped, but she was still alive. The only clue to breaking the curse was that the princess had to find the water of life by herself. Under the conditions of the princess' curse, a person could take her place and be sealed into a portrait. In exchange, the princess would be allowed to leave her portrait for a short time. Those to be sacrificed were selected from the Swan Knight's family. This inhumane tradition lasted for more than a century. One of the Swan Knight's descendants tried to change his family fate by setting fire to the princess' portrait. For this crime, he was named a traitor. Though he failed, his actions allowed his family to escape. They started living under an alias to avoid capture by the king's men. The king was furious. He regarded this crime as treason to the crown. The Swan Knight's betrayal brought shame to the entire kingdom. He ordered the Swan Knight's family to be completely erased from history. The king also asked a dark sorcerer to curse the knight's entire lineage. If any of his descendants tried to reclaim the family name, that person would also be sealed into a painting. Many years passed and the kingdom fell, yet the cursed powers still hold true. One of the ancient needs fulfilled his ancestors' vow and the descendants fulfilled his ancestors' vow and freed the princess from the curse. What the princess and the young knight did not know was that when the princess asked about his family name, he would be compelled to leave her. The realm of darkness. Once upon a time, a king had two sons. The older prince was gentle and brave, skilled in fighting, but merciful to those who offended him. The young prince wasn't as kind, and the difference between the siblings became strikingly obvious when they grew up. The younger prince grew worse in his behavior, and people thought less of him. Compared to his brother, he always came second. People loved only the older prince, and no one cared or even noticed the sadness and loneliness of the younger one. So the younger prince left his homeland with no destination in mind. All he wanted to do was to leave behind all the bad memories of his homeland. He traveled day and night until he was exhausted. One night he rode, barely awake, when at midnight he saw a procession shrouded in shimmering silver light. It was led by a woman so beautiful as if she did not belong to this world. The prince knew at once she was not of this world, but for such beauty was not meant for mere mortals. The prince was intrigued by this procession. He wondered out loud who were these beings. Was it dream, or perhaps death? The woman replied, "All things die in due course. This is the design of nature. Rotten wood turns into blossoms, blossoms winter into fruit. Fruit becomes food for living creatures. Living creatures are suited by their dreams. They rest in the darkness. Life grows out of death." Her words may appear heartless to most people, but the young prince realized that without bad things, good things couldn't thrive. She asked the prince if he would be scared if he was on the border, if he knew he was on the border between dreams and death. The prince shook his head. He knew the woman was the queen of the dark fairies, who wield the power of darkness, dreams, and death, and he knew that one day he would marry her, founding the kingdom that cannot be found by outsiders, a mysterious land named Estadea. Dus mijn gedacht is, het is oftewel de Queen of Dark Fairies, die geprobeerd heeft om de prinses te straffen vanwege de dood van haar kleinkind. Kan. Het kan ook een van de broers zijn die gewoon een prank wou doen. Ik vind het wel jammer dat er geen happy ending is voor de Dark King. Ik had dat liever gehad. En dat ze dan de vloek van zijn naam hebben kunnen vernietigen, dat zou de bonus game dan kunnen zijn. Maar nu is het alsof dat zij met hem gaat en dus. Maar dat was het voorlopig van onze Dark Parables. Ik kan er zelfs niet op klikken. Ik heb al een volgende serie die ik klaar heb staan. Wel 4 van de 5 spellen maar. Maar we zullen nog zien. Het kan zijn dat ik eerst de rest doe. Dus Tendence, Crew Life Simulator. Nog eens spelen. Zodat ik die kan opladen. Wat heb ik nog allemaal? Ik heb eerlijk gezegd nog veel dat ik wou spelen. Maar ik ga jullie nu met rust laten. Ik zie jullie de volgende keer. Hopelijk hebben jullie genoten tot nu toe van alle Dark Parables. Hopelijk dat ze ooit nog eruit geven. Maar ik betwijfel het omdat het van 2016 geleden is. Nee. Niet van 2016. 2016 is... Jawel. In 2016 is die van de Shadows offline gehaald. 2019. 20 september 2019 is deze uitgekomen. Dus ik betwijfel het. Ze hebben heel de coronaperiode niks uitgegeven. Niks van de Dark Parables uitgegeven. Ik zal het zo zeggen. Dus ik betwijfel dat er nog iets gaat komen van de Dark Parables. Wat jammer is, want het was wel altijd goed. En ik was verkeerd. Het was niet Dorian Grace dingen. Maar zo leek het wel. Maar zoals ik zei, ik ga jullie hierbij laten. Like, subscribe en tot de volgende. Bye bye.